Hello, people. We are back at A2TP podcast, episode 253, and we are back for another episode of us. Welcome to 253. I am he, she is she, your boy International Walk.
Your girl Tosh, the co-host, is with the mostest.
They call her Mrs. Raspy, but they call her Mrs. Raspy.
Miss Raspy if you're nasty.
Yeah, but you don't want none of that, want all that coughing and phlegm. But we are back for another episode of us. What's up, people out there? Like I said, we here, y'all here. What's good? Let's get right to the show. How are you?
How are you? I'll let you go first.
I always go first. Seem like the last 2-3 weeks. I don't mind. I'm just saying, is it a ploy to that?
No, I don't remember you going first that often, but you know, the ladies before gentlemen thing, it sounds good, but sometimes gentlemen deserve to, be put first.
Mentally, I feel like a 9. I feel good. My mental's good. I'm working. I'm working towards a 10. That's the goal, is to be a 10. So I'm working. What's next?
Finances. We only been on this 253 times.
Finances is an 8. Very thankful to God. Holding on to some finances. So yeah, just it's working out. It's working out. It's doing what I wanted to do. So I'm happy about that. I'm also grateful for that. I know that's not just happening. That's the grace of God. So I'm grateful for that. Work is a 9. Started another job. I got 3 of them going on now. So
same place.
Yeah, all busy. But work is good. Ain't no stress, no drama. Yeah, nothing exciting going on there.
Sometimes that's good.
Forward to the holiday. And physically, I feel great. Had great workout in the gym. Monday, Tuesday, didn't go today, and because I had to get my hair done.
Yeah, and it looks so good. You should let it out.
Yeah, shit all tight. Yeah. So I feel good. Feel great. How about yourself?
Yeah, your hair does look really good. I like when you wear it down. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. I am good. What did you put a number on how you feel?
On physicality? Would say a 9.
Okay. Mentally, I'm a 9. I feel good. Mentally. In good headspace. Went to the doctor this week for my head, so that was I'm laughing, but not laughing, but that helped clear out some space. Finances is an 8. In this season and all seasons, grateful to be able to be a blessing, and hope that God, excuse me, y'all, continues to allow me to be a blessing. Work is a 9, and I'm grateful.
Should have got the Lysol to hit her with a little.
And I really would be choking. Work is a 9. Things are flowing. Things are going. Making moves. I got a new. I don't want to really call it an account, but got some action going today. And I have a new team member who I'll be able to pass that to, so that's even better. I make the connect and pass it off. And then physically, I am I can't be a 7 because you say I can't be lower than an 8. But I'm an 8.
Bottom of the barrel 8.
And I don't know where this, it's a germ, so I caught something. Literally midday, I caught something. You start out the day feeling good, not feeling no kind of, ailments, and then literally you feel something come over your body. So I've been struggling for the last 4.5 days, feeling better at some intervals than others. And to be honest, I feel good. My body the other day, I had a bad headache. My body aches was there. My joints was hurting. Today I don't really feel bad, but this cough just won't go away. And my chest is really sore, almost like somebody punched me in my chest and punched me in my back in the same place.
You might have had the vid.
I don't know what happened to me.
I don't know what strains is out now. Maybe it's 2019 January strain, but You might have had the vid.
Something came over me, and I was around a
It's
lot
flu
of people.
season too, right?
Yeah, but the flu, you get like
I'm
the
about to say
stomach
you don't.
bug.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
You be sniffling and all that shit.
And you get like a fever. I didn't have all that going with it, but it is like like and then at nighttime, you know, the cough. I was so scared. I had to put a lozenge in my mouth. I like the Ricola better than the Halls because they kind of last longer. But I was kind of scared because I'm like, I don't want to choke in my sleep. Literally woke up, like slept with it all night. Woke up with still a little bit of piece in my mouth that like had.
Don't do that, babe. You could choke.
I know. I thought
that's not smart to sleep with. You've been to start gagging in the middle of the night. I don't know what the fuck you got in your mouth. I thought it
would like melt faster. Like literally, I woke up this morning to get your stuff together, and I was like,
"You're talking about 5-6 hours with a piece of candy in your mouth. What that do for your teeth?"
I mean, that's the one thing I like about it, though. It's not it's don't have the sugar like a Halls in it.
Okay.
But I needed something to soothe my throat.
I could have got you cough syrup though. I could have got you cough syrup. You could have took a cup of that and went right to bed. You ain't got to taste it. You take a cup and go to sleep.
It's not even a matter of taste. I'm not one of them people like medicine is nasty and I just accept that. I'll take any medicine if it's nasty to help me feel good. But at the same time, all the stuff that they put in medicine today just makes me like, I don't know. It's like it's helping you, but it's poison at the same time. But I might need to do that because I can't sleep with this. And it's like a tickle. And it's just won't go away. And it just makes me cough.
You need some cough syrup to coat that. That gives you some relief from, from rawing out your throat.
And I think because this is day 4, right? I wasn't hoarse until today, and I think the hoarseness is coming from the constant coughing.
Because I was, your throat.
Yeah, I wasn't, but I can't, and it's like a hard cough because I'm trying to like scratch the itch, if that makes sense. But
and you're not a good throat clearer. Like you've never been like you can't get up no hot.
No, I don't know how to do that.
It was just like kind of light. Like you can't from the back.
Oh no! Oh my God, no. But I want whatever it is to get out my chest and to be going. And I have to find something for both. I mean, you got immune system like steel. I don't know whether it's the marijuana or what, but thank God that you do. You rarely get sick. But at the same, I still want to find something for the both of us. Like, I don't know whether it's like echinacea. I've heard people talk about like black seed oil. I don't know, but I want to take something to boost my immunity like on a regular basis, so when things like this happen, it don't take me down.
I think you probably could do like vitamin C, maybe some elderberry or some shit like that. Something that'll boost your immune system. But also the best way to be and it's like you go outside more than I do. So I mean, not because I go outside every day for work. Some days you don't go out.
Yeah.
So I can't say that, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weed.
I'm
I don't
so
know if it's
susceptible to stuff.
Yeah. Like you go outside and come back in, your eyes watering, your nose is sniffing, and it's like nothing. It's a nice day outside. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But if you sick, take medicine. I'm not the believer in the holistic thing. Like I'm not. Like that's what that medication. I know they abuse it and they it's more preventative. But if you sick, you need medication.
No, but yeah, I'm just talking about to boost my immune system to prevent getting sick.
Yes.
And when you're sick, yeah, you got to take whatever's going to help you. But I've heard people talk about different things, and I got to look more into it.
Maybe you should eat oranges. I can't have citrus, but you can. You should eat oranges. I mean, you get a big boost of vitamin C from one orange. So, I mean, if you had an orange a day, or 3 oranges a week, or just cups of orange juice.
And then you got to deal with the sugar. I would rather eat an orange, but then I don't like that white stuff on the orange.
I know. You get the picking through oranges.
Yeah, like orange gives me too much. Like, it's more of a hassle for me to eat it. I'd rather just swallow the pieces whole.
I don't know. Or when I could eat oranges, that was my fruit. Like oranges was very
You
good.
did. You loved the
Very,
orange, and
very,
you would
very
pick it
good.
real good for
Yeah,
me.
very good. So I'm cool. Especially a tangerine or something. They easy to pick. They don't have a lot of that white shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be good with that. And now they got them new Japanese $6 oranges with the little cone on the
I'm
tip.
not about this trendy fruit. Like I know, you like
Yeah.
sumo orange or
I
something.
think something like that.
But they got that. Then they got these apples that are like. First it was the Honey Crisp years ago, and they were like $3 an apple. Now recently I seen another apple that you bite it. Is it Pink Moon or it's something? It's something you bite into it and it looks like pinkish reddish inside of it, and it's not necessarily GMO, but it's like a hybrid. But again, they're expensive.
They're making some shit
I'm
too.
not with this unnaturally grown. Like if it wasn't an apple, we always had. And I'm not about this $5 fruit. Like for one thing, that's like when they came out with the pink pineapple, and people said it's amazing, but they were like $20 a pineapple. Yeah. I'm not with it. I'm not with the trendy foods because I'm a classic girl. Give me the classics. That's I'm good with that.
Wows and woes, ups and downs, stops and goes.
So my wow is my woe. I'll start on that side because my wow and my woe is actually the same thing. My woe is that we had to have an emergency appointment this week with the lady.
Mm-hmm.
That was my woe.
If you know, you know. When people say the lady, yeah. If you gotta be 40 and up to know.
The lady. We had to call the lady the emergency appointment. That's my woe. But my wow is that we had an emergency appointment with the lady. And the reason why I say that is because, one, just recognizing the need, not being immature or stubborn or whatever you want to call it, and ignoring it, taking action to do something when we saw that there was a need, having the resources to be able to, utilize our resources, if you know what I mean. Because calling a lady ain't free. No matter how much you love the lady and the lady love you, the lady is the lady for a reason. So just having the resources and be able to do that. And then also just be willing, the willingness to do it, not just individually and collectively. So, that was my woe and my wow, the same thing. The woe is that we needed to do it, and my wow is that we did it, and, I love us for that.
Mine is the same thing. It was going to be the same thing.
It's like, no.
This I should go first all the time. But mine is the same thing. Just, getting to a point, not like, we was ripping each other's heads off, but getting to a point where we recognize that we need to go see the lady, and being able, and like she said, willing, cooperative is the word that comes to mind, to be cooperative with each other. And not be like, I ain't doing that just to be stubborn, or, me saying I ain't doing that just to be stubborn. It wasn't none of that. And years ago, it could have been, when we didn't have the tools that we have learned and learn how to use. So just being able to call her and sit down and talk and laugh, cry, joke, like all that kind of stuff is a relief. I say it and I'll stand on it. We have a different conversation in front of this lady. I think it's the respect we have for her. I think it's the control she has over our emotions and how she knows what to say, what questions to ask. And I think she pays super, super, like she's good for a reason, but I think she pays super close attention to us. And I love her for that, and I respect her for that. And I love you and respect you for, always being willing. Like, those sessions is like a place where we bare our soul and we get everything out.
It hurts so good. That's what I always say. Yeah. Therapy hurt, but it hurts so good.
Yeah, and we hadn't had a taste of it in a while, so it's always good. And people say, even when you're doing great and you're doing awesome and you're fucking 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and you going on trips and everything's great, you still should touch on therapy. Even when, you should just touch on it just to be like, hey, everything's going great. Am I dealing with this right? Like, that kind of thing. So it felt good to touch back in, and just looking forward to future sessions.
Yeah, and like you said too, it wasn't like, which is to me the awesome part, it wasn't like a 4-alarm fire Like we wasn't ripping each other head off. It was no holler. Well, he always talked loud, but it's a difference in him talking loud and him hollering. I don't like either one, but it's a difference. And so it wasn't no hollering and screaming. It was just, you can tell when something is simmering, right? And then you're just like, okay, before this sets ablaze, let's be proactive in putting that simmer out before now it really is like a bigger issue. So yeah, and I love and respect you for that, and just your headship is what I respect. And not that like it was only and just guiding us and wanting the best for us in the same way that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With that being said, right, what advice, and I guess we, as much as people like to say there shouldn't be division in society, there is in a lot of ways. And I think in relationships it is too. Just culturally, black couples and white couples, it's different. Like I'll say this as an example. I know someone who has a teenage daughter, and she's had her boyfriend, like she's in high school, her boyfriend for like 3 years. The boyfriend goes, mind you, she's in high school. The boyfriend like vacations with the family. Of course, they're sexually active, and it's like, and I'm not saying nothing is all or nothing or everybody or no one, but in most black households, culturally, that kind of stuff wouldn't go down. You know what I mean? Like you have relationships now, and the reason why I say not all, because I know you had a situation where you was living with your childhood girlfriend at a very young age, but that's atypical. Most moms aren't allowing a boyfriend to be like vacationing with the family at 15, 16 years old, right? So that's why when I say there is a difference in just like we have in black and we have our brother and sister who were high school sweethearts, right? But then you have, it was almost because they wanted to, but I feel like in the white culture they nurture that, like, y'all been together for 3 years, y'all might as well get married. And it's like, oh, what if we end up not liking each other? Just because we high school sweethearts doesn't mean that we're gonna be together forever. I say all that to say, what advice would you give a younger black couple based on what you know now about love, about relationships, and specifically about marriage?
I mean, I can bullet point that because this will be a 3 hour long podcast. Like I know a lot now, so I would tell, if I was speaking to individually, I would tell the guy, learn your woman, be faithful to your woman, be friends with her first, pay attention. On a spiritual level, I would tell them the devil is real, God is real. Always keep that at the forefront of your relationship. I'm more of a traditional type, so I would, don't sign up to be a wife. Like I would tell him, don't sign up to be a husband if you're not ready to be that. And I would tell her, don't sign up to be a wife if you're not ready to be that.
That's real.
Like life is gonna change. You're gonna change jobs. You're gonna change the feeling, your emotions. You're gonna change. You're gonna grow a little bit every 3 to 5 years. You're gonna be a different person, and you gotta accept that person and who that person grew into. Which is the key thing, is being friends first. Because if you friends first, you care about that person on a friendship level even before she's your wife. So you if things isn't acting right as your wife, you can kind of dumb it down and communicate on a friend level. And if you don't have that, that's super difficult, because if you're not being my wife and you're not my friend, then how the fuck are we gonna communicate? So that's important. But it's just so much more I could say that I would tell a young black couple. Be faithful to each other. That's important too. Don't let the outside distractions get in your head, which the devil is real. So, if you pick this person, be real with this person, be honest with this person, make this person your safe space, be a safe space for them. Yeah, I mean, a lot. I would talk a lot to them. I think I have a plethora of things to say to a young black couple because we've been through so much. I wouldn't advise hooking up with a fugitive. I wouldn't advise doing that, although it worked for us. But yeah, I would give them some game, like everything that I've learned since you and I have connected, and even some stuff I've learned in previous relationships, like what to do and what not to do, and how to react to stuff and how to control your anger. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Not only keep God in the forefront, if you get some extra resources, some ancillary money, go to therapy. If it's a situation where, hey, you can get a free therapist online or something, take advantage of talking to people, of talking it out. Take advantage of that. So that would be my take. You?
I would say comparison is the thief of joy. Your relationship is yours, and especially in this social media climate, you can look online and see pictures of what appears to be a beautiful relationship. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that ain't your business. Look at the pictures, like them if you like them, keep scrolling, but don't compare your life, because just like nobody should know everything that goes on in your life, you don't know everything that goes on in those people's lives. And that's not to say that, I don't like this whole ideal of, oh, people post the good, but they don't post the bad. No, people shouldn't post the bad if they don't want to. That's their business. They don't have to. But you shouldn't compare what you have to others. Know what you have at home. Focus on that and build on that. The girls getting the Hermes bags and whatever else they want to wear, that's their lifestyle. Your lifestyle might be the Coach bags. Take it and run with it. That's what you got. Like, stay in your lane and be comfortable there in all facets, but especially in your relationship, because again, you don't know what other people do to get the things that they have. And again, it's not your business to know. It's not saying they're unhappy, but they're posting happy pictures, but you just don't know, and you shouldn't compare your life, because I think a lot of relationships, or a lot of people set unreasonable expectations and standards based on what they see, but not really how they feel. Like, get to know yourself and what you want, what you desire, what you require within your relationship, and build on that. I will also say, similar to what you said, be friends and treat your spouse not just the way you would treat your friend, but better. Too often, females as well as males, like females would never do certain things to their homegirls, but yet they would do it to their men. Or guys would never do something to their homies, or have more loyalty to their homies than they do to their girl. Like, if this is your wife, husband, or soon to be wife, husband, they deserve that level of loyalty and respect, in safe space, more so than your friends, because this is the person that hopefully you're going to build a life with. And don't go into a relationship with a plan B. And I know that might sound a little bit like closed-minded, but when you think that you have a plan B, you operate in that capacity instead of thinking this is my only option, like this is going to work. Now, that's outside of him beating you or cheating on you, and sometimes him cheating on you, you can be forgiven. My husband ain't never cheated, but I'm not closed-minded enough to say I absolutely wouldn't forgive him. 20 years ago, I probably would have said that. But I say that to say, outside of beating and cheating, y'all can get through a lot of things, right? Like a lot of things. So don't go into it thinking that you have a plan B, because then you're always going to be looking to that out when things go wrong. And the last thing that I'll say is, and this can be hard at different phases in your life, remember to prioritize your relationship, right? God first, your partner second, or your marriage second, I would say, because and that's in front of friends, that's in front of your job. And I say it can come in ways, because you may be doing a good job at doing that, and then let's say you get a new job and you kind of lose focus. All right, you gotta like recalibrate. Let's say it comes a season, it's summertime, you ready to be outside with your friends having a good time. That's all well and good. You gotta recalibrate. So it's just something to like, and I think therapy helps with that. Whether you going, if you're going bi-weekly, y'all probably got some things to work with. You should eventually graduate to monthly, then maybe bi-monthly, then quarterly. But therapy really helps you with that recalibration to focus on what is important. And this is the last thing I'll say. This is our advice, but don't really go into seek advice, but also you know who you are. Take that advice as you will, as the shoe fits. But everything ain't for everybody. Everybody shouldn't be able to speak on your relationship. Everybody shouldn't have a peek into the window of your relationship. So don't necessarily look for advice everywhere, because everybody don't mean you good. Some people are jealous of not just your relationship, but how you're being loved, how you're being valued and respected. And even if they don't want to be, even if they're not intentionally being jealous or envious in their heart, they just are, because they may be lacking in that area. So this is our advice, but also don't be open to advice from everybody.
Yeah. Seek a professional.
Yeah.
And again, try to get to know your partner so y'all can work some things out. That was a good take, though. Last thing I would say is don't take your partner for granted. Like, either one of y'all, don't take your partner for granted. Like, cherish that person. If that's the person you want to build that life with.
Yeah. But I love what you said. If you don't want to be married, you shouldn't. I think a lot of times people fall into that
societal thing
of, like, especially if y'all have kids. I know people who have gone into relationships where it's like, I'll speak from a personal perspective. Like, I remember my mom telling me for years that she didn't leave our dad. Like, my sisters and I, we all have the same father. Not that, like, that's anything to brag on, because having a bad dad is just as bad as a mom having 3 baby daddies. So I'm not saying, like, that's something to hang your hat on. But she had 1 baby daddy, her husband. And it was this mentality of, oh, I wanted my kids to be raised in a 2-family household. But at what cost, right? So even before you get to that point, if you have kids by somebody, don't marry somebody just because, if you really don't want to be married. Now, that doesn't mean if you really aren't, like, ready for it, because you're really not ready until, you're not fully ready until you're in it. Like, you're constantly...
just have to take it seriously.
Yeah,
that's all.
But
a girlfriend and a wife is 2 different things.
And you have to want to be. So I've like when you said that. And the same for being a husband. Don't just feel like, oh, I'm going to marry her because she had a baby by me. If you don't want to be her... Not you want her to be your... You got to want her to be your wife, and you got to want to be her husband.
A husband and a boyfriend is 2 different things. And the same
with a woman. You got to want to be his wife, and you got to want him to be your husband, because those are big shoes to fill. Like, and I made the mistake of us going into, after being together for 20 years, I felt like, all right, us getting married, I'm just changing my name. We're going to sign this paper. We're going to keep moving on with life like we've been, because we've been operating in that capacity. So I thought. And he was ready to, like, be a husband in his fullest capacity, bigger shoes than I knew that he wanted to fill. So I had to step my game up, like, oh, this ain't just a name change. I'm not just Mrs. D's now. Like, this is different. And it feels good once you step into that role, once you really start to be like, oh, okay, let me fill this space out. This is a little different. And it should be in all good ways. It comes with more responsibility, because it's regardless of what God you serve, in all religions, agreeing to be married is a serious commitment to God. So you shouldn't make that commitment if that's not what you want. So I like that you said that.
Yeah, no plan B, just a plan A. And just think about all the shit that couples go through. And like she said, excluding the 2 things of cheating and beating, every other little thing inside the relationship, this is what you can't walk away from. As a girlfriend, as a boyfriend, like, you can get tired of some shit. Like, this is some shit that you have to compromise, have to sacrifice, have to live with, have to, like, and some hills you stand on, you pick your battles, but it's some shit you can't walk away from. Yeah.
Like, y'all can't have, if he clearly wants one thing and you clearly want another thing, and there is no middle ground, that's going to be a lose-lose situation for somebody. And you got to decide, is that worth being right or winning, or is it worth peace? And in a lot of cases, the small things, it ain't worth winning that battle. Like, I could choose to be away from my husband every single night and let him fall asleep by himself, and I go downstairs and watch TV because he watches stuff that I most times don't want to watch. Now he kind of find something. But for years, I say now it's better, but for years that was the case. But do I really want to not be in the bed with my husband every night just because it's something on the TV that I don't care about? It's one of them situations like I'll sacrifice catching up on whatever my shows are just to be in the bed with him. Like it, and it took me. I'm not saying like it took me a while to get to that point because it was like, oh, I don't want to watch this, or causing tension or causing friction between us. And it's like, I don't even care about this stupid TV. So there are things that you will have. And then he's compromised on a lot for me as well. Like, I'll say he likes to eat dinner at 7 o'clock every night. And sometimes my work life just doesn't lend to that. And we eat. And I'm not saying it like like we eat and I feed him good and I try to, make up for the fact that dinner is late a lot of times, but he does. It's things that you kind of sacrifice for peace.
It's one of them things. I'm not divorcing her for that. Like I can talk a little shit and every so often demand, hey, or ask that, hey, I want to eat at 7 o'clock. But again, if she's late again, it's not like, all right, this is the last time I'm giving you papers. Mm-hmm. Like, no, it's a compromise. It's a sacrifice. It's what hill do you want to die on? What's the one thing your partner does where you feel the most connected?
Where I feel the most.
Yeah, what do I do that makes you feel the most connected, the most grounded?
I think
like where you can check off 10 boxes and say everything is right now.
I think our date nights and not just, again, whether it's fancy or just something casual.
I was ready to say which ones, like just regular, like
I think more so the
regular place, or
I think more so the regular ones than the fancy ones. But I think outside of that, it's your devotion to that, your commitment to that, the intent behind it. I think all of that goes into it's like no matter what's going on in the world, like we look for, like that's our time, like. And I think we both are animate about it, but I think that's just one of those moments where it's like whatever's going on in the world, you just kind of take a breath. We get dressed again, whether it's tights and a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or a hoodie, or whether it's some pom shorts and thigh boots, like whatever the night is gonna look like. Just the fact, the intentionality behind it is what it just kind of like brings you back home to it brings me back home to us, like to what, because that's always quality time has always been what has connected us. Like when we didn't have a car, we used to get on a bus out Montgomery County. If y'all know how buses ride out Montgomery County, they take a long time and they take the longest route to get to wherever the hell you going. But that's always been us. Just by any means, we're going to be together. We're going to spend time together. And so I think that is what makes me feel the most connected. Like, of course, I like when you buy me gifts. I love when you bring me flowers. But it's that intentionality behind our quality time is what makes me feel most connected.
Yeah, I don't want to just piggyback on everything you say, but that's my love language. Yeah, that's my love language. So when you carve time out to spend time with me, whether we're sitting on the couch or outside or or bowling or skating, whatever we're doing, it means a lot to me. Also, I feel super connected to you, I don't want to sound weird, but when I watch her sleep, like when she's next to me and she's safe and I get a chance, like if I'm up after her, like on a weekend or something, she might fall asleep before me, or I get up and go to the bathroom. I can like watch her sleep for 10 or 15 minutes, and it's a super comforting feeling. A super comforting feeling. Like I almost can cry. I don't want to be emotional about it, but in that moment, yeah, I almost can cry about it. Like, she's just good. She's safe. She's breathing. She's alive, and she resting. So yeah, I feel super connected when I'm watching you sleep in those moments.
Do you like touch me? I mean, not in a sexual way. I meant like.
No, I mean in a sexual. I mean, some people might think it's a sexual way, but I'll put my hand on your ass cheek or something like that. Or if you're laying on your back, I might put my hand on your heart or something like that. Or I'll lay my ear on your heart. but just for a couple minutes. Once you start to like, you feel like you about to shift, and it's like, all right, I'm going back to sleep. But yeah, for those 10 minutes, 7-10 minutes just watching you sleep, I feel super connected to you. Like, there she is. That's my baby. She's good. She's sleeping. She's resting. She at peace.
Can I have a moment of honesty?
Sure. It's creepy.
No, it's not.
It's not creepy. It's creepy.
When I am asleep, if I am making noises, please don't wake me up and tell me I'm making noises. Because I don't know that I'm making noises. So I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't know how to stop doing it.
But you have to break the cycle because you're stopping me from sleeping. I don't know what it is, but somehow I got woke to catch this. I'm like, I can't just sit here. No, I can't just sit here and listen to this. You gotta like nudge it. Like, what I'm nudging you for. Like, just shift yourself a little bit. No different from when I'm used to snore and you would be like, baby, you snoring, turn over. I don't know I'm snoring, but you would wake me up to say, you're snoring.
Well, sometimes I would just roll you over, but if I couldn't, yeah. But yeah, if you just nudge me, it's one thing. But when you be like, babe, stop making noises, it's like, I don't know how or why I'm making noises, so I don't know how to stop it because I don't know how to start it either. It just happens.
Just shift your body. That's all. Your sleep your sleep is saying, I don't like this position.
And I thought and I will say, I don't know whether because of me being, not feeling well, that's why it's been happening, because you haven't woke me up in a while. And then the other day, I'm like, oh my God, why?
Yeah, you've been like into your sleep and making noises and stuff. And it's like, I can hear it over the fan. I can hear it it's nighttime. Everything's quiet. So it's like, I can really, really hear it. I'm not just fucking with you.
No, I know. I'm like, what?
I don't want to wake you up, but it's like,
I don't know how to stop.
I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll do this, and you still doing it, and I'll just be like, babe, you fucking making noise. Like,
I don't know how. Y'all make noises. I don't want to say all my life, but because as a kid, I don't think my sisters ever said anything to me. But
whole time we've been together.
Since we've been together. And then when he says it, my sisters are like, yeah, she makes noises in hers. Remember when we were down with our family, and we was waiting at the house to go to the airport, and I took a nap.
You was making noise.
Yeah, and Aubrey was like,
yeah.
I laid on my knees, and I took such a good nap, and like, they was like, what's wrong with her?
Yep. I was like, that's just what she do.
I've always done it, and I don't know how, I don't know why. I don't snore. I just make noises, everybody says, or hum in my sleep.
Who's funnier?
I'm definitely funnier. Would you agree?
No.
You don't think I'm funnier than you?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
You say I'm the funniest person you know.
But you're not funnier than me.
Okay.
I would think I'm more funnier. Who's the better cook?
Definitely me.
I would say you at this point, yes.
Yes.
Who apologizes first?
You will apologize first.
I appreciate that.
You will apologize first.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Who's more stubborn? No, that goes in hand.
But I don't even think stubborn in the sense of not apologizing. But yeah, I'm definitely more stubborn, and like I talk about that whole compromise thing. Sometimes it take me a while to get there, but I'm definitely more stubborn.
That was some honesty.
Yeah.
Big story. I don't want to get so excited and emotional about this. I don't even know how to segue into it, but big story coming out of Chicago. Cornshonda Hatter was walking her child home from school. Two children, yeah, a girl and a boy. Apparently the boy was the one being picked on at school for the last few years. She said she told the school, they didn't do nothing about it. But a group of kids, I would think from 9 to 12, was following this kid home and kicking him as he was walking and pushing on him and all that kind of stuff. So his mother was trying to protect him. But she's surrounded by, 12 to 15 little kids, like I said, from 9 to like 12. And these fucking kids jumped this lady. Like, I couldn't, I've seen a lot of videos on the internet. People getting shot, people getting beat up, jumped, all kinds of shit. I've never seen little children, 9, 10, 11 years old, attack a grown person and beat them up and send them to the hospital.
Let's also mention that she's pregnant.
And she's pregnant. So they swung this lady down, beat her up against the gates, kicked this lady, bust her son's face up, sent them to the hospital. She sent the little kid sent this grown woman and her son to the hospital. Her daughter, like, head in her stomach, scared to death of these kids. And it's like, what the fuck happened with the young people in this country that this happens? And again, I blame it on parents. I blame it on, like, what are you teaching the kids inside the house? Is it the devices? Is it the shit that they're watching? Is it the games that they're playing? But I was 12 once. I was 11 once. I never would in a million years would jump a mom and her kids. Like, that's just insane to me. And it says that 10, 11, 12 years old, these kids have no respect for adults, life, remorse, anything like that. And that shit saddens me. It saddens me. I have nieces and nephews that have dealt with bullies and shit like that, and kids being picked on. Like, I couldn't imagine 12 or 15 of these little kids jumping my sister-in-law. Like, that shit would be like, how do you handle something like that? Because again, if you grab one of these kids and break one of them, you got a problem. But again, you a bear, you got your cubs, you got your kids there. You're supposed to protect them. What do you do when it's 10-year-olds punching on you?
You fight back and you whoop at least one of their asses really bad. And what you do is, this recording that they're making for ha-has and likes and all that, you flip it on them and say, now this is evidence that this was self-defense. I'm a pregnant woman. And the two girls that was primarily the ones that attacked her, this lady was tiny, so they were about her size. Age regardless, we are the same size. They were attacking me. I'm pregnant. I was defending myself. Even if you beat the crap out of one of them, I don't care if she's a child, you go into defense mode. Like, I can't imagine being in that situation. And I felt like the lady was trying to show some restraint.
Yes.
One, let me just say, I felt like there may have been some intellectual, some developmental issues within her, like in her speech and so forth. But I also feel like as an adult, she was trying to show some restraint because these are kids. And she probably had no idea it was going to escalate to that. And I think, though, because of maybe some of the developmental issues, they identified a weakness. Because from the jump, if her verbiage was different, like, who the F is, you know what I mean? But she didn't come off in that way. So I think they identified that as a weakness and went harder on her.
Why would you do that if these are kids?
But let me, well,
that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but let me just counter and say, like, why would I carry that kind of energy? Like you said, I don't know this is going to escalate. I don't think in a million years that this going to escalate to them beating me. So I'm not carrying that kind of energy with 10-year-olds. I'm not going to be the one
for camera and y'all talking like, look at my dirty boots and my ankles. They were showing some disrespectful mannerisms and disrespectful language and some aggression. Yeah, you might not have thought it was going to go there, but I think it was, and I'm not saying this is not victim blaming at all. She handled it how she thought was appropriate, but I'm just saying, I think in her being as kind of gentle as she was, they took even more advantage of that instead of somebody who, right from the jump, when they see something, turned around like, who the F you talking to? Because kids feed off of that.
Man.
Now, I will say what I think, and this might be an unpopular opinion.
You want to land the plane?
Yes. I don't automatically blame all the parents because we know sometimes kids, it's that pack mentality. You know right from wrong, and some of them, because some kids is just bad and disrespectful. But some, you know right from wrong. You out there with your friends. You think your parents not going to know. But I do think there are some parents who probably are teaching their kids right and their kids follow the crowd. Also, what I think is responsible for this, and I'm not blaming you, but I hope that this will make you reconsider when people post all these fight videos on social media and it gets all the attention and reposts and likes and comments. Kids' minds are driven. It is scientifically proven, biologically proven. There's like a serotonin, like a dopamine effect that people get from seeing likes on their videos, seeing likes, whether it's whatever you're posting. It's a effect that people get, like that dose of approval.
Yeah.
So I think in their stupid minds, thinking of social media, thinking, oh, we gonna go viral, and without real, like, oh, you're gonna go viral looking. First of all, you're recording evidence, right, against yourself, which is good because now people can see how wrong you were. But that's, I think, unfortunately, and I'm not excusing them because I think they all should go to juvenile hall, juvenile detention, wherever the hell they gotta go. But I think they were like just driven by that wanting social media attention. So I think we as the public have to stop giving that sort of content the attention that we give it.
I hear what you're saying. I received that, but I also think it's picked up. I put that on the parents at their feet. These are young kids that you're responsible for. You're responsible for what's in their minds, what they watch, the phones that they got, and all that shit. You're responsible for the content that they take in. So I put that on the parents, and it was kids out there that was probably around in the crowd in the back that didn't follow the crowd. So what about them? They know that my parents don't play that shit. I might be out here laughing from across the street or smiling or looking to see what's going on, but I ain't getting in that shit. I ain't following the pack. Why? Because I know what my mom will do. I know what my dad will do. So, and it's them kids out there that's doing that shit that don't have a fear of what my mom will do when she finds out I'm kicking this grown lady on the ground. What my dad gonna do if he finds out I'm kicking this grown lady on the ground and I'm his son and I'm kicking a grown woman on the fucking ground. Like, I'm not afraid of that. There's no that's where it's like there's no recourse. Like, what do you do to these kids? Send them away to the juvenile facility. Okay, in there they might hone their skills to be even worse criminals when they come out. That's what those places do. Those places ain't rehabilitation. Those places.
Well, what's the other option?
That's my whole point. Is what is the recourse? Because again, if you grab one of them and slam one of them on top of their fucking head, if you break one of them in half, the cops are definitely gonna lock you up, and it's gonna become that. Oh, you have adult strength. You can't do kids like that. Everybody will turn on you that you paralyzed a 10-year-old because you picked him up and slammed him on his back. After he was beating you up. I don't think in that
situation, if she would have boo-bopped one of them little girls and really whooped their ass, I don't think she would have got the backlash as if it was like a one-on-one.
I kind of agree with that because of the extent of what was happening. They were slinging her down, her hair coming off, they kicking her son, they punching on her door. Yeah, like kicking her in the head and stuff.
Like visibly pregnant.
That shit is out of pocket. All them kids involved, something should be done with them. Something should be, I don't know. I don't know. And that's what my whole point is I don't know what these kids the punishment should be. I don't know.
I think they should go to juvenile hall, juvenile detention, whatever it's called. Yeah, those systems cannot be conducive to rehabilitation, but there has to be some punishment. There has to be. You can't say, well, don't send them there because it could make them worse.
Saying that.
It could not make them worse. It could be one of them scared straight sort of situations.
Could be.
But there needs to be some repercussions. I'm not talking about just getting suspended from school or getting expelled from school.
Or fucking phone took or whatever.
Some serious repercussions, like some community service every weekend. And that's just one thing. I'm not saying only that. Like, there needs to be several repercussions for their actions.
And supposedly this video of a little girl and her mom making her make a video saying I was out there, I was kicking on the people.
Yeah, I saw a comment. I said she's not sorry. She's just
so again, another parent that you can't see that. You can't see that right there in front of you that she's fucking laughing. And you don't do nothing about that. You put that video out like it's a sincere apology. Yeah. The fucking parents' fault. That's ridiculous. You see, I can see she was grinning. That's what I was about to say. You said it first. She was fucking laughing. Yeah, so you, her mom, you making her do this, and you can't tell this shit ain't sincere.
She wasn't sorry. She was embarrassed that her mom. She wasn't even embarrassed about what she did. She was embarrassed that her mom was making her do this. And then somebody in the background was like, "It's all right, Kiwan," or whatever her name was. And I commented, "No, it's not all right. Like, don't console her. No, it's not all right. It's not all right at all." Her mom talking about, y'all be gentle because this is a little girl. Man, ain't nobody care she a little girl. She for the grown lady.
and kicked a grown pregnant lady and beat up on kids that were smaller than her. Yeah. Like they bloodied that little boy's face.
Can you imagine the PTSD that he's about to have to go
then
through?
The girl just like in her mom's like stomach, just standing there while kids are punching in the head. Like she don't even want to turn around. She don't know what's happening. Like I'm just terrified. Like mommy, help me. Yeah. And then next thing you know, they separate you from your mom and sling you down. Man, look, shit. One of them kids would have been in the air and down on their head. Like, they never would have walked again. Like, one of them kids would have been in the air and down on your dome. Yeah. And maybe even two. But y'all getting up off me and my kids, y'all crazy. Yeah. Little kids. How you let that down? Grown-ass man, I'm out here with my son and y'all picking on him and y'all end up jumping us because it's 15 of y'all? Yeah. Shit.
My kids got pics. She was a small-statured woman. She was very soft-spoken. They know who, believe me, they wouldn't come at our sister like that. Y'all know y'all gonna have a different fight coming. No. Y'all gonna have a different fight coming. And I'm fighting kids with my kids. Like, I call the police. I'm fighting kids with my kids.
That shit is crazy. Like, out of pocket crazy. Would you rather, quick hitters, into the grams. Would you rather sing or whisper everything?
I would rather sing everything.
Everything?
Everything.
What if you gotta tell me something serious?
I'll make it like not as bad. Whisper everything.
What if somebody passed?
I would sing it like a slow spiritual.
I think that's horrible. You know, deliver news
you
like
walk around with the whispers.
You got the whispers now.
But I would hate to.
I gotta say, you sound sexy as hell. Like, I'm serious. Like, you sick and I ain't going near you. Like, this is as close as I'm going to you. I ain't touching you. But I don't know if it's like in the man's brain, like it's just different. But you sound sexy as hell.
And my throat is burning.
Like, sexy as hell.
It smells my neck.
No, you're too close. I know how to make that phlegm come up. Jesus.
It's so nasty, but that might heal me though.
I would rather whisper.
You would rather
whisper? Yeah, I would rather whisper. That's singing everything is up for me. No.
I just would love to. I want to know. I want to be able to have a good singing voice anyway.
That's all it is. You just want to have the props of singing.
I know.
Give up seafood to eat seafood forever.
I would rather give up seafood. Seafood ain't. Seafood don't hit like it used to hit when we was younger.
So let me just run through this. You're gonna give up lobster, shrimp, clams, crab. You don't eat crab anyway. Fish. What else you eat out the ocean? Mussels. Oysters. You giving up all of that.
Or eat only that forever. You eat only that forever or never. That means if you eat only that forever, no french fries, no burgers, no chicken.
I think I'm giving up seafood.
Yeah, I would give up seafood. Seafood don't even hit like it used to when we was younger.
Yeah, I'm
like
giving up
really good seafood. I would love to have some old school stinger fried shrimp. You can't even get shrimp like that no more.
They still got the stinger.
But I mean,
I think it closed a couple weeks ago. I think I seen Wallow there getting like the last platter of shrimp before it closed. He was standing there taking a picture, and I think it said the last platter before like 42 years, and he was like the last shrimp platter. So yeah, I think it ain't no more after that. This is a tough one. Give up social media or TVs and movies. Fuck a social media. You can have that shit. What about you?
Absolutely, I would give up social media. I would definitely give up social media. I'm trying to find a way to let my friends know to talk to me outside of social media so I can give up social media and just post stuff for Act 2. Like, I really, and there's some friends, like close friends, like Tia and Jay. We have like a group chat. We talk all the time on there, but I want to tell them, like, y'all don't, like, just talk to me regular.
Create a regular group chat. The same people in
there. We do, but we just more often talk there or like send each other memes and like, posts and stuff like that. But seriously, like, I admire people who, like, grown people who aren't on social media. I think that's pretty dope. Like, that they never succumb to, I don't want to say the pressure because I don't feel pressure, but they just never went along with the hype. And I think, like, at one time a few years ago, This is before you were on social media. I wasn't on social media for like 9 months. Like I just wasn't. And then it was like, no, I'm sorry. It was from April to January. So however many months that was. I came back because it was my birthday. But whatever. But I would definitely give up social media.
I definitely would give that up before I give up TVs and movies.
Yeah.
It's just too much more of that.
I would give up TVs and movies before I would give up music. If you could only watch TV or only listen to music, which would it be?
TVs and movies have music in it, so I would get I would get my music, but I'm not giving up music for the entertainment of the visual part. No, I couldn't just sit forever and listen to music and never see anything.
I could. You know, I love music. I don't. If I was a single woman, I wouldn't even have a TV.
I mean, you're never gonna see Mayor of Kingstown. You're never gonna see. Like Landman, you're never gonna see none of that. You're just gonna be like listening to Sade.
You never would hear John Legend. You never would hear Marsha Ambrosia. You never would hear Jasmine Sullivan
on the way home today.
You see?
I was jamming to Jasmine. 3 grams, 2 grams. Threesomes are for someone you don't want a future with. Thoughts? Let me go first because you've been going first. I agree. After being this big age and being young and being married, the way I feel about you as my friend, as Tasha, as my wife, like I don't think it would feel the same if we had a threesome 11 years ago. Like I just think that the pedestal that I hold you on, I'm not saying like you would be dirt to me, but it would be like a little bitty asterisk there that you, I don't know. It's like, even if I wanted to entertain something like that, I would want you as my wife to be like, reel me back in. What am I doing that you want this? Like, let me do some new stuff. Like, no, like, nigga, you mine, I'm yours. This shit is sacred. Like, talk to me like that. Like, don't bug out and be like, okay, let's do it. Like, because I just think that shit breeds a different thing into your relationship. So at 48 years old, I agree with the statement that threesomes are for someone you don't want to have a future with.
I mean, I've heard, I don't know anybody that has threesomes that I know about. So let me just say that because I have friends and they could be having threesomes and I just don't know. But I've heard of couples who are been married for years, and threesomes are a part of their thing, right? Not that like we care about famous people, but look at like T.I. and Tiny. He loved her down, and like that's a part of their lifestyle. They've been taken to court by the other chicks because of whatever the issues was. So there are some people that is a part of their life. I think for us, it's not. Transparency. 25 years ago, I kind of asked you, like, was that something you wanted to do? And I don't even know if it was something I wanted to do, but I think I probably was open to it if you had. I know I was open to it if you had wanted to. I don't know what it would have looked like. I don't know if the opportunity came, if I would have really went through with it. But I asked you if you wanted to, and you always have been adamant, like, nah, I'm good. And I appreciate that, because now at this big age, it's like, first of all, I don't want no coochie in my face. I don't want no, I don't want no coochie in my face. I don't want no titties in my face. I don't want no woman. Like, I can see beautiful women and think like they are drop dead gorgeous, but I don't want to have sex with them, and I damn sure don't want to share my man. Because if I share my man, you're going to come back. Even if you don't want no more of me, you're going to want some more of him, and then we're going to have an issue. So I don't want to say it's not for people that you want long-term relate, but it ain't for us.
Right. I was about to say you saying you, but I'm saying hence that's why the future ain't gonna be good if you do that, because then shit can happen. There's a whole bucket of things that can happen.
Yeah, and the problem that
the person can come back and want you and not your wife. The person can come back and want your wife and not you.
Or your wife could not have enjoyed it, but she wants to do it. Or you could have not enjoyed it, and your wife wants to keep doing it. I mean, it's one of them things. Like, we know people. I don't want to put no name. We don't know them personally, but we know the other podcasts we watch. I know it's at least 2 couples on there that do it regularly. and you know they seem to love each other. So, but they are in mutual agreement. But what if one decides they don't want to do that no more? The other one is adamant that they want that to be a part of their
Like
relationship.
that's my bag. Yeah, like I need that.
So it's like if y'all not, you know, equally yoked in that respect, that could cause a problem. So I think you gotta be on the same page and knowing this what we gonna do, this what we gonna do. Are we just testing it out and we promise it's a one-time thing? Are we incorporate? Is this gonna be anniversaries and birthdays? Like what's this gonna look like?
Is it every Friday? Like what the fuck are we doing here?
Right.
You know, do I gotta go find a chick? Do you find a chick? You know, that's a part of it too.
And what do the chick look like?
Yeah, like, but that's a part of it too. Like I expect you to go get the girl and bring her back. You never did that shit before. How the fuck you know how to go out and get a gay? Like, yeah, like,
ma'am, can we take you?
Yeah, like, what are we doing here? There's a whole lot of shit that goes into that it's like so new and so open, and it's like, nah, we shouldn't be doing this shit.
Is she gonna rob us?
Yeah, we shouldn't be. We don't know what we doing. She might have we naked in there and two dudes come in the room, rob the shit out of us, like. Tie us up and leave us there. We duct tape looking at each other talking about,
We're going to be calling Sierra. Sierra, come get us.
If we can get to the phone. Might be there a couple days. Till the room ain't paid for. Somebody come knocking.
Oh my
fucking starving or shit themselves, pee themselves. A lot of shit can go down, man.
Oh, God.
Last one. Loved one confessed a heinous crime. You turn them in? And I say heinous, I want to use the word heinous. I ain't talking about a murder where you know, some black people will be like, nah, I keep that tight. A heinous crime. Like somebody say, you know, my cousin ain't around no more. Everybody said he left, but, you know, we was in the park one time. I killed him and I cut him up. It's heinous. You laughing. It's fucking heinous. You know, I took him down to the creek and left him there, and you know, that was 10 years ago.
I'm not turning them in. I would turn them in only if they like did something to a kid. I'm turning you in if I ever found out or you told me. And if you know, you know. I'm not lying. I will turn you in. And believe me, my family knows I will turn you in. But I'm not turning you in. But I'm not having a relationship with you anymore. Like it's cut off because. If you can, like if you kill once, you can kill again, and I don't want to be around you. And you know what? I got a thing because now that you know I know, are you going to try to kill me?
It's like, no, I had to get it off. I never told nobody that. Like, you my big cuz, I'm closest to you, but, you know, years ago, me and Lil Cuz was out in the park, and we started beefing and hit him with a rock. Motherfucker wasn't moving. I took him down there. I cut him up with my knife.
I don't think I'm turning you in, but I'm no longer going to associate with you because I don't want to feel like I got to watch my back and be afraid. I'm afraid now. Now I'm going to have to try to laugh it off just so I can leave.
You gonna laugh it off. Like, he ain't laughing. But he's dead serious.
I'm not laughing off, but I'm going to have to act like I'm cool with the situation so that I can get out of here safe.
That's all right. You good. Don't worry about it.
Because I'm not going to.
That was a long time ago, man.
If I give you
I think I'm thirsty.
If I give you any impression that
I think I'm thirsty, man.
I might tell that I'm afraid I might be in jeopardy. So
that's why your ass should be turning them in.
You would turn them in?
I can't call the cops
on nobody. Exactly. I know you ain't calling the cops.
I can't call the cops on nobody. I can't.
What if it was like, and I'm not going to put no stories out there, but what if it was like a major headline about a missing person or something, and like they told you like, you know, such and such, you've been seeing a story about the man from Mississippi that's been missing. Well, I seen him at the Wawa and he asked to give me a blowjob and I was offended. So I stabbed him and he was dying and I didn't know it. I put him in my trunk and he buried in the backyard. And this story has been national news everywhere.
I don't want no parts of it because it's so fucking big. I don't want no parts of it. But I got a better one for you. You said kids. Your cousin say, okay, that lady that's missing, like she in my basement. Like, she tied up now, and I don't know why I did it, but she been there for like 6 days. And
okay, if somebody is still alive, I'm telling. I changed my mind. Because now if they die, that's going to be on my conscience because I knew, and I could have told, and they've been saved. Now, if the person's already dead, it's nothing I can do. Like, they're dead, and I can't save them. But if you got a body, like a person that's kidnapped, I'm telling on you because I don't want them to
We
die.
gotta go. We gotta go.
So don't tell me.
A2 the podcast 253. I'm he, she. Y'all fuck with us. Y'all fuck with us. If you don't, you should. Peace.